Are we that?
Oh,
Do we have
the
that? Are we that?
utter lack of self. Like
I mean,
I
turning it around on ourselves real quick.
like my hair.
I do. I love your hair.
Thanks. I like your hair too.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
We
This is
we
the
for the
one.
listeners listening audio, not YouTube, we have the exact same hairstyle.
But it looks so different because we're
Yeah, I
different
know.
girls.
We're so different inside and out.
hmm Except not inside.
Mostly on
Very
the
much
out.
the same. Yeah.
No, on the outside, pretty similar actually, just different hair color.
You're more Ariel vibes. I'm more Belle vibes.
Belle, you are Belle.
You know?
You can sing, can't you?
No, 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 no. I can't sing.
Really?
No, I can blend in.
Okay.
Like I'm
That
not tone deaf, but I can't stand out. Yeah.
okay.
You can
That
sing.
was no, no, not at all. I can like fake sing, like my dream is to be a country singer.
Yeah, but then when you say that it's like you're faking it well and that's just real singing.
No, I wrote a country song one time
Oh my God.
and I sang it for my brother this weekend. Like I was like, I really want you to hear this country song and I actually wasn't kidding. He's like an earnest kind of guy. And I
hmm
wasn't kidding. I was like, can you just hear this? And he was like, sure. And I sang it and he was like, Crosby, like that would be so amazing if you could sing. Like if and he was like, if you don't do like your joking singing, I was like, I wasn't.
Oh, fuck.
I wasn't. Like
Is that a
check yourself, like
joke
check
to
in
you?
before you say
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Think in your mind for one moment.
For one moment, you man, you measly man.
Oh my God. My therapist calls it man brain.
Oh my
Calls it
God.
man brain.
Man brain. That's
Kind of
like such
editorializing. Yeah, yeah.
it's yeah, sheesh. It's like we're like housewives in the 50s or 80s, 90s. Like when did it become like kind of like cool and fashionable to like talk poorly of your husbands?
Oh God. I mean, it feels, at this point, it feels classic. That's why it's hard to like
Right.
kind of trace it back
hmm
to,
It
you
is air,
know,
it is water, it
yeah,
is
yeah. There were those, those magnets that the women are always like outside, like a Frigidaire, and they have like hot dog
yeah.
jello. It's like the whatever, and it's like he's lucky I don't put him in the aspic, like or like something like that.
Maybe
Like
yeah, maybe it
what
was like
kids? What
yeah.
husband?
It was like Mad Men era where like the women were at home drinking gin all day,
Yeah, yeah.
just being like, "Oh, that asshole. I want to
God, those
be
are the
that."
days.
I
Those were the
know.
days. Could Goodbye Earl have something to do with it?
Goodbye. Or you know what? Who are
Or
we?
it
Like,
at least is like a marker. It's like it was okay by then, right? Otherwise,
yeah,
we would not have
shame
been
on
able
us
to.
for not
Yeah.
referencing immediately the source,
Yeah.
which is the chicks.
The chicks. Yeah.
Sorry. Yep.
Sorry, I
Chicks.
gasped like that was.
You're like,
No, no, this has ended up being the right move. We made a game time decision yesterday to delay
hmm
for 24 hours, and
yeah.
I feel like this is what it was supposed to be all
hmm
along. I did have an electrolysis appointment this morning, which I hadn't had in like a month because my electrologist has been on vacation. And so when I was signing on yesterday, I was seeing sort of a shadow I was seeing the upper lip hair sort of.
You're a glowing, gorgeous angel. My mom talks about it constantly. She likes the way that your quote lips move. So I think you're kind of like helping an awakening for her. So thank you
Wow.
for that.
You know
She was like,
who's
when I watched Julia, I just kind of like, I don't think that I'm gay, although, I would never begrudge myself love, but I do kind of understand. I do kind of understand when I
Oh
watch her
my God.
speak. I'm like, okay.
Oh my God. She's hot. She's hot. What can I
She
say?
is a hot.
My mom would love you as well if I shared anything about my life with her. No, I love my mom so much. She's really really great. But as I've said on the pod before, we simply don't It's like I really feel like
Boundaries.
I'm doing her, yeah, and it would honestly be a burden on her to
Mm,
tell her about this because she doesn't understand what
no.
a podcast is really. She doesn't really understand kind of like, is that easy to do? Is that hard to do? If I was like, I'm starting a podcast,
Yeah.
and she would feel like she has to, and and she wouldn't get it. And it's just like, I don't need to do that to her, and
Yes.
yeah.
My mom, after listening to the first episode, was like hinting at just really wanting to ask me a lot of questions and feeling uncomfortable with wanting to ask me them. Like, I think about maybe gay stuff or whatever, or like the culture. And so I was like, maybe you should be on the pod and you should ask these questions. And so
Yes.
what I posed to the listener, do you want to hear from my mother? If so, please comment below. But you should look her up. She's also hot. I don't know if that helps
She's
you
hot. She's
make
funny
your
as
decision.
fuck.
Yeah.
She's just so charming.
Mm-hmm.
It's criminal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a question. So electrolysis, we're getting it
Hmm.
here. We're getting it upper
We're
lip, we're
getting it
getting it.
upper lip. We're getting it eyebrows. We're even getting it chin.
Do,
Okay.
uh, are we getting it below?
No, I'm getting laser hair removal below. Electrolysis, it's way more expensive. You got to do a ton of like sessions. Like I've been going for like a year. So it would be insane. It would take like 6 years or
Okay.
something to do legs and pussy.
So
Sorry, I shied away from saying that word
didn't
right
know what
before I
else.
said
And
it. I panicked.
pussy.
Panicked.
I guess we're saying a pussy. Uh, this reminds me, like there was a friend in college, like a friend of a friend who started getting laser hair removal before we were all doing it, and I was
Mm,
like, okay, bitch, I'm. I hate feeling behind on a thing. I can't get it anyway because I'm a redhead, and
right,
they
right,
told
right.
me my fire crotch it doesn't work. I was in the waiting room. She came up to me. She was like, "Hey, quick question. Is the hair down there the same as on your head?" And I was
She asked you
like,
that in the waiting room?
yeah. I was
Did she
like,
like kneel down beside your chair kind of
yeah,
thing?
she like held my knee. She was like, sweetie. I was like, uh-huh. She was like, we won't be able to do service on you.
Were you the only redhead, or was she like going around to all the
I was
ones?
aghast.
I bet that
I was good.
it's like someone's on that shift every
Yeah.
day. It's like who's on the redhead
You're like,
shift,
oh,
and they
this
gotta go
poor
out and do
ginger. I think I am impressed by like the saving and the doing the thing. Like I have other things that I would like to tackle, and I feel like I'm waiting to get $1 billion. Like it's like, oh, once I have $1 billion, I'll do the skin things that I probably need to do because I'm a redhead, and by the moment I turn 40, I'm gonna look 87.
But that is, I mean, it is sort of a windfall that happened to me is that I did donate my eggs a few times. So while it wasn't $1 billion, it was $1 billion to me, you know?
To us. It is the same.
And I mean, I sent you that referral link. So I don't know what happened to that. That
I
was
chickened out so many times.
I mean, you're sitting on a mountain of cash, Crosby,
It's
because you're
crazy.
tall, you've got gorgeous skin, you've got gorgeous red hair, you're curly. I mean, you're a beautiful, beautiful actress,
Got
and
it.
it's just you're leaving money on the table.
All right.
You're
Well,
leaving money on the table.
I'll consider.
Also,
Mm.
it was a beautiful experience. Hmm.
You literally gave the gift of, can I
I
even
mean,
say
I would
that?
say I contributed to it. I would say I contributed to it.
Yeah. I mean,
Sort of a
without
group
which,
gift. Sort of a
sort of
group
like
gift.
the gift that keeps giving. Speaking of the gift that keeps giving.
I don't know where you're going with this.
Soccer, babe. The thing that brought us together, the thing that keeps
Uh,
us together.
that's another thing I was going to say about delaying for a day was
Yeah.
because they played the Netherlands this morning in the
Mhm.
quarterfinals. Um, and of course they won. So it's a good day. So I feel happy. I feel happy this afternoon coming on the pod because it was such a good morning. And
This is
who's going to
what
get a winning penalty kick?
your babe Meg.
My babe, everyone's babe,
She
America's
delivers every
babe.
time.
I was
I
all
mean,
about the morning game. It was such an experience.
oh,
Yeah.
it's such a gift. It really is.
It really is such a gift. And I tried to give you a gift today. What do you think? What do you think of goalie Alyssa Nair?
Okay, listen, Erin knew she wasn't on my radar at all.
Yeah, she was sort of in my atmosphere, but not really on
Right.
my radar. Yeah.
She's is she not that it matters, is she confirmed like queer or no?
No husband or boyfriend has ever been seen or heard from
Ever again.
ever to
Okay.
begin with.
Okay, so that's just something to note. It doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
she has gay chin, and let's talk about that for a moment.
She has gay chin. She has gay height. She has, I mean,
There's not a gayer hand on earth than a goalkeeper's hand.
truly. And I mean, look, I say Megan, it's like Megan happened to score the final penalty kick, but Alyssa Nair like played incredibly today.
Yeah.
I mean, she defended against several penalty. She was
She
just
just
unreal. So she
she
really won the game for the
she was
team.
blocking really hard goals.
Yeah, because of the hands, because of
Are
those
the
magic hands.
Netherlands as hot as I remember?
They're hot. You were right.
Wow.
Wow, for the listeners, this is also totally by chance, but I was scrolling through my camera phone because who cares? Uh, and I came across this screenshot of a text that Crosby sent me during the 2019 World Cup, which, yeah, the US played the Netherlands.
Mm.
And what did you say, Crosby?
It said not to be unpatriotic, but the Netherlands team is hot also too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also too
And
hot.
you were right as well, additionally, too. And they are, and they were, and they still are.
Which is the benefit of the Olympics in general. Like twice that I've even been near a screen that has the Olympics, it's been the Japanese softball team
Hmm.
playing other people, and I'm like, wait a
And they're
minute,
hot. They're
like
hot. They're
the
hot.
hottest, gayest team that I've ever seen.
The hottest, gayest human shit. Wow.
Well, okay, I mean,
I,
that's hard to say. Hard to say. I mean, I'm thinking basketball teams, soccer teams.
right,
I
right.
can't make that claim. I can possibly make that claim here today. But I will say it was and when else would I have seen except for the Olympics? Would I have seen?
And that's why we need to overlook all of the human rights issues involved in the Olympics, all of the sort of issues of modernity.
It
Eh,
is the most ridiculous thing in existence.
it really is.
Beyond
It's,
all the reasons that it's like actually offensive that we're still taking part in doing it,
yeah,
beyond those reasons, it's also just weird. It's bizarro.
it's
Sports
weird.
are weird, and to have them all and have like countries playing each other, like we're
But that, I mean,
playing.
it's like that's I don't know when they started, but that's just such like a 20th century, like it's like
Yeah.
1900s, like send our boys to, it's like the American
Mhm.
specimens are the best in the world.
Yes. I have to tell my friend said one of the funniest things, Claire Onderdonk, if you're listening. She was like, it's so annoying watching. She's like, when like the Russians win gold, like, they're just kind of like going back home and like going to get drunk and have some beers with the boys. And like, they're like, yeah. And like when Americans win, it's like, for my country, for honor, for
Yeah.
belief, for every little girl and little boy who's ever not eaten. Like it's like, what?
Yeah, yeah.
You threw a ball.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like
deranged.
we're
It's
kind of
really
gay about
deranged.
it.
I know. Yeah, the Russians like high five and go home. You're right. That's so funny. But listen there, yeah, she's a basketball girl among soccer girls.
Yeah,
A little
she has a basketball girl
treat
vibe.
sprinkled in there. In Megan Rapinoe's book,
Uh-huh.
more conspiracy theory here. Um, she does like she's telling like kind of the tale of how she made the decision to publicly come out and kneel and all this stuff. Um, she's talking about other women on the team, and she like frequently says, she's like, and other women on the team were, and they didn't feel it was the right time, but I knew it was the right time for me. It's like stuff like that, just
Okay.
frequently, and like stuff with yeah, with like she said stuff about Trump before, and she's like, I mean, this is a team full of lesbians. Why would we go to the White House and da da da? So it's like there's some lesbians
There's
we don't know about.
there's a lot we don't know.
There's a lot we don't know.
Oh man.
Also, a revelation I had this morning too, or over the last couple games, is Alex Morgan. We're kind of like all. It's like Alex Morgan is the hot straight girl, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that's Julie Ertz's erasure. Julie Ertz is so hot.
Okay, but
And it's
I'll say this. I
mhm.
mean, she is straight, but like she has femme
Yes,
fatty vibes.
yeah, yeah. And you know the thing is, Crosby is, and I figured out the thing about myself. You know, you said like I am more open to liking femmes. I'll tell you what kind of femmes I like. I like, I like a
I
femme
think I know.
lesbian
Okay.
who like looks like a factory reject straight girl. It's like she looks like a straight girl, but there's just like one little thing, like Kelly O'Hara. Kelly O'Hara is the perfect example. She looks like a straight
Yes.
girl, but it's like
But
someone spilled a tiny drop of gay in there.
she was created to be a straight girl, but
Mm-hmm.
like something a little
Someone
happened and they were
oopsie.
like, oh,
Someone
she
oopsie.
had got a little, there's a
Yep.
little gay in there. Oopsie daisies.
Yeah.
We
It's like,
gotta,
well, we gotta come on, keep it going. We gotta turn them out. Are we that?
oh,
Do we have
the
that? Are we that?
utter lack of self. Like,
I mean,
I
turning it around on ourselves real quick.
never even considered myself in this conversation. I still talk to you as though I'm a straight girl looking in on the world, like wishing, hoping, wishing, talking, laughing,
You get
loving,
invited in. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
waiting, like just being like, I can talk to Julia about it. Do you notice this sometimes? It's kind of crazy. Are we crazy for thinking? But suddenly I'm remembering we are in it.
We're in it.
I I've I get different feedback.
Mm-hmm. I think I
Some
do
people
too.
are
I
like,
think I
I
do
would have,
too.
there's no world. Some gay people are like, nothing about you, zero things about you. And some gay people are like, no, there's a vibe. There's like a, there's like
Yeah.
something. And when I look at pictures of me as a teen and as a child, I'm like, that's a little gay kid. Not because I know that I was gay, but like there is a vibe, I think. I would like to hope, but I could be way wrong.
But we do kind of all go through like
I
it's
know.
like if I look at myself, wearing Umbros
Yeah.
and Sambas when I was a kid, it's like that looks gay to me, but that was really like every kid.
That's
Like
so
when
true.
people like, when parents of singers or actors, whatever, love to like say in interviews when they're like, he was always dressing up and putting on little plays in the living room. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we were fucking seven. That was everybody. You're
The
just
only
saying
thing we
that
could do.
now because he turned into something. It's like that's just a coincidence.
Right. We're
So
doing the thing where
it's
it's
easy
like,
to be like, that's gay, but it's like we were all gay.
yeah. No, it's like, oh, she really went through a tomboy phase, if you can believe it. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I can, because we weren't
Because
we
we didn't
weren't
like
like
to brush our hair when we were 8 years old.
it's like when gays are like, iced coffee. Can someone say lesbian? It's like everyone on earth drinks iced coffee. This
Which brings me to the video that you sent me to watch.
oh no. I am so sorry. I'm very, very sorry.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
Sorry. I really am. I live online, and in YouTube is like my safe place, and I like to visit kind of really like mind-numbingly yummy people, and just hear like boring, like the most boring vlogging, or day in the life, or like challenge with my girlfriend, whatever. And a lot of those are lesbian couples. Um, Not all, but some. This couple is from Canada, first and foremost. It cannot be overstated. They are from Canada. They won a season of The Greatest Race couples. So that's how they got on the map. And then they've been
Wait,
sort
is
of
it
like,
The Amazing Race or is that a
oh,
different show? The Greatest.
it's The Amazing Race.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, they won. Oh my
They
God.
won.
Okay.
They won. So
I
that's
don't know
something.
anything
Think
about
about.
that show, so I don't know what it takes to win, but the women I saw in that video don't seem like they could win anything. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
they are. These are, if you keep watching, which I do recommend, they're athletes. They're playing football together. They're doing softball game. They're very competitive. It's cute. They're cute as buttons. Listen, so these two girls, they're very like high school sports girls vibes is what I get from them. And they're super sweet. They're a couple. They're so kind to each other. This is why the Canadian thing, it's like, yeah, you watch like more than one, you're like, this is so nice. It's like saccharine. Like something about them is calming. It's 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 as calming as watching Friends reruns because it's like, you know what's gonna happen. Chandler's gonna be a silly Billy. Everything's gonna, like they are gonna just be nice and be sweet and kind of like the meanest they'll get is sort of like being like, babe, you always put the cup there. Babe, no, I don't. She's mad. And like that's the fight. They love their dog. Listen, I don't want to be them and I don't want to be like them, but I do want to hang out one time at least. How did it make you feel? Listen, I could go on and on. I want to know if I've traumatized you in any way.
I'm fascinated. This is actually fascinating because we're so much the same.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
And yet
Yeah, these are things, yeah.
I found this pretty unbearable. I also have never seen an episode of Friends in my life, and that's not to say I don't like stupid shit from the past and like dumb, you know what's going to happen. It's like I have other versions of that. However,
This is
I've
the
never
coolest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life that you
I
can really say that.
I feel like I get it. Yeah, it's like I've seen bits and I know who the people are.
Like it's
Whatever.
not cool when people brag about not seeing Harry Potter, but you like it is very cool you not having seen Friends. That's the
Okay.
coolest thing I've ever heard. Okay,
Okay.
go on.
Um yeah, I would watch I mean I hated it. I would watch 10 more hours of it, but
Absolutely.
no, I would watch more of it just to see just to kind of check myself, and I want to see through your eyes. I want to see the
Mm,
world the way you see it. Because I found it irritating. Okay, they were on a staycation. They went on a staycation. One of them was surprising the other one for the birthday. And you're right. It's a lot of it's like, babe, love you, babe, love you. Like, I don't really like babe culture first. I'm not really, I don't say it. I don't expect it to be said to me. I also, it can be, that's not an offense in and of itself. There are plenty cool people who say it, but
mm-hmm,
it's often present
mm-hmm,
in types of people that I don't like. This is what I think about YouTube relationships, lesbian, straight, whatever, is like the toting around of the camera
mm-hmm.
all the time. And the like, I mean, this video opened with she's got the camera on her while she's waking up. She's got the
Yeah.
camera in her face, which would be a nightmare. And I think like it is easy for me to sort of feel pulled by the like, oh, it must be nice to just be like so wrapped up in each other and like that seems so sweet. Like they're so loved up together and they love like sharing their love through the camera. But then I think about like it's like my phone
Mm,
ruins my fucking life. I can't
mm,
get anything done
right.
because of my fucking phone. If I put a podcast on while I'm gonna like fold laundry, it's like pretty soon the podcast commercial comes on. I gotta pick up the phone to click through the commercial. Then suddenly there's an alert about something else. Then
Mm,
I've paused it. Then I'm like listening to nothing in my head. It's like a phone keeps me from getting stuff done all the fuck day long.
It's
And so
hell.
I think that like it probably seems very sweet on camera, and probably the reality seems like it must be extremely tedious and frustrating and irritating, because they're doing the shots in the mirror and then they're going to kiss, and then this one does the I'll hold the phone and you jump on the bed. It's like
Yeah.
all day long.
Okay. Yes. Yes. And I think that's part of my fascination. Like the episode I sent you of this like surprise thing, and then they just went to like a hotel. They just like went to the Marriott. They clearly weren't having that much fun. I like to watch and like parse out like, okay, what are they keeping from us? What are they? Because it seems like if that's your job, and this is me projecting and assuming all these things, like, but that it might be freeing because like the boundaries with social media are so clear. It's like, this is how I make money. So I like film a video. This weekend, we're going to be filming. Sucks, but we have to. It's our job. We're going to edit it. We'll throw it out there. We have to like listen, do comments. I mean, for social media to be your main income in life, like I really, I don't envy it, but I feel like they, uh, because they're so kind, I'm like, I have it in my head. This is my thing. Like people who are nice are like better than me. These people are better than me at everything in my mind. I'm like, they're morally better because they just like, they live their life like in a loving way only, and they just love each other and they don't judge each other, and they're like,
Cassie, you're very kind, and you also live your life in such a loving way.
I know, but theirs seems more pure. Something seems pure about them. And listen, this is something for therapy because I feel dirty, dirty girl, I guess.
Cassie, I'll just say this. I'll say anytime I have envied or felt feelings about like or had perceptions of friends'
Mhm.
relationships and things like that, things I
Mhm.
thought, oh my God, these two,
Yeah.
dream. What problems could
Dream.
they possibly have?
Right.
Anytime I have thought that, I have always found out about some shit. And not the darkest shit, not like they're
Right.
pretending, but just in the way
But
that
it's like,
everybody
of
has shit.
course.
It's like
Right.
it's realism, right?
Right.
And so I think that yeah, I think you're right. They're filming. It's tricky because they're filming it's tricky because it's presented like it's real life when really it's like it's actually fiction. You should be watching this as fiction, but I
Right.
understand why when it's like that's what it's designed to do is when you're watching it you're like why isn't my life like this? And I mean believe me that I had to, as you know, it's been a long journey for me with Rose and Rosie. If it wasn't for Rose and Rosie, I would probably be on these guys now. But I had such a problem. I had such a problem in my youth that I
With
had to get
comparing,
clean with Rose and Rosie specifically. Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
with comparing yourself to them,
Yes.
basically.
Because I also discovered them at a time when, yeah, it was right around uh,
Yeah.
college, whatever, the times we often talked about, where I was like, I really fucking wanted to be doing it, and then I like sort of was, but I wasn't enough. Like I really wanted to be doing it, and they were doing it. It was like they
Right.
were getting together in that time. They were still kind of new, and so I was watching them, and yeah, it was. And then of course, all these years later, but so I had to get clean of them a long time ago because I really did have such a problem.
Okay. I'm going to send you other videos of theirs because here's what I think I did. I sent you the latest one, and it wasn't the best. It was maybe the worst I could have sent. And this
Okay.
isn't to defend them. Listen, I don't have I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have a dog in the fight. I just think what they strike me as are you have like friends, like just like true friends, like down home friend, like either actual home friends from home or like childhood friends or just like cousin type friends where you're like, you are solid and you're good. And if I lose my mind, you won't understand really what I'm going through, but you will take me in and feed me soup. And and be like, okay, well, hey, how about you take Jameson out for a walk? And that will make you feel better. And you'll be like, thanks, you're right. And again, you don't know the turmoil of what's going on inside my mind because you can possibly grasp or understand it, but you are nourishing. You've got something, there's something not fucked up in you. And that makes me feel safe. Oh my
Wow.
God. Your face.
Stunning clarity. No, I mean, Crosby, you're very introspective and you have a lot of clarity on sort of your internal processes and things like that. And look, I get that. I get that. I would love to see these other videos.
Yeah.
I would love to see these other videos, Crosby. Why don't you show me these other videos?
I will. I'm
I
gonna
believe
send a
you.
couple.
I believe you.
Okay.
I believe you.
Thank you.
There's something compelling in this.
You see me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Don't look away. Look at me.
Look me in the eye. I watch them day and night. I follow them both on Instagram, both.
Oh,
All their
wow.
stories are the same. I watch them both.
Are we allowed to talk on the pod about the couple, the baby voice couple?
Yeah. They have the same energy to me. It's a little different in that one of them is the one who's been like famous longer, who's been YouTuber longer, has had sort of like, she was one of the original gay couples. I'm talking about Cammie and the other one, Shannon
Your world,
Beveridge.
not mine.
Yeah, sorry. Cammie and Shannon were the original YouTube lesbians. Like first, literal first.
Okay. What year?
I mean, I don't know, but college time, I'd say.
Yeah.
Maybe even before college time. Like they were like Tumblr, YouTube time.
Wow.
Yeah. And so Cammie's and so since they broke up, which was like a big thing, and Cammie had she's been dating a few people and like publicly, like she's kept her fame going, her YouTube fame. And now she's on to this relationship that feels very wholesome.
She's a YouTuber with whatever partner she's with.
Yeah, it's not about the couple for her. And same with
That
Shannon.
is sick. That is sick. That is sick.
Yeah. So she's tried to chill it out. Like she did it with Shannon and then she was like, hey, I'm not going to do it like this ever again. And then she started dating this girl and it's like, we're lesbians. What are we going to do? We're going to post. So she kind of did it again. She's like, oh, I did it again. They broke up. She was like, I'm definitely not doing it this time. And I swear, like, it's constant. I mean, they do podcasts together. They do everything together.
A breakup, I feel, and maybe this is a deranged thing about me, but a breakup is humiliating. Okay, a breakup is like it's facing every single person you know and saying, it's saying this thing that I told you,
humiliating.
I was wrong. This thing that I really thought I was right.
Yeah,
but I was wrong.
Yeah,
and I mean that's humiliating when you're a normal person.
Yeah. Let alone. And so I think also the impulse to show yourself in another loving thing after having to show the world like, oh, I was wrong about this one. And then to be like, but I think I'm right about this one. It's kind of it's like irresistible.
Plus for the exes, it's like, it's not just scrolling ex's Instagram. It's like, it's so much available. There's so much content that it seems like it could be really, really bad. It seems like it could be really bad.
Sometimes I stopped dead in my tracks and my breath is taken away at the thought of being Jen Aniston in the early 2000s, having to see pictures of Angie and Brad. I go,
yeah.
The thought? How'd she do it?
Did she though?
Well,
it's like she doesn't go to the grocery store. She doesn't see it on the tabloids. She probably has a whole team. It's like you might have a whole team protecting you from that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm sure you have an awareness. I'm sure you have an awareness, but you probably can choose Like it's like her team of assistants could be like, Jen is never to see these photos. And then it's like any room she walks into, they like,
But even the one slip up, the
even the
one,
one,
the
even the one.
one pulling up whatever, yahoo.com and just accidentally.
Jen Aniston just surfing yahoo.com,
I was
checking
trying to
her
think of
email.
I was trying to think of what the early 2000s like thing was. I love you.
Love you. Love you to pieces.
I love you to pieces. And listen, you guys, I have something to say to all of you.
Listen to my friend. Right
Hey,
now, she has something to say.
yeah. And it's
Stop
that
walking. Stop
yeah,
walking.
stop doing your laundry. We get it. It's laundry
Tell your
day.
coworkers to be quiet. Tell your coworkers to be quiet.
Shut up and just
Listen to Crosby for once in your freaking life.
yeah, and just like and rate and comment and subscribe to it also.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's free to do all those things, and it's like really weird that you're just like listening to me right now and not doing that right now.
You're still not doing it. Even at this moment, you're still not doing it. So I just don't know why you're not listening to a gay woman